Kenwood Sports, guys. I just want to get on this Boston and Philadelphia 76ers series real quick. And to be up front, I picked the Boston Celtics to win this series. I feel like they definitely could have had this series over with already in 6 games. I picked them to win in 6. They got game 7 back at Boston TD Garden. I believe that's what it's called, TD Garden, formerly known as Boston Garden. But last night was the opportunity for the 76ers to close these guys out and go to the Eastern Conference Finals. Joel Embiid being the MVP. The crazy thing about this, Joel Embiid didn't even touch the ball for the last 4 or 5 minutes of this game, which was crazy. Me, myself, I was happy that they wasn't going to him. I seen the Lakers do something similar to this with Anthony Davis because I told y'all before I want to see the Warriors go and get another ring. I love controversy. But yeah, and man, Joel Embiid didn't touch the ball for the last 4 or 5 minutes, and I blame James Harden for that. Cause James Harden went up in there, turning the ball over, missing shots at the goal. They got Tyrese Maxey, they got Tobias Harris, and Tobias Harris don't never do it. Dang, he never show up. The dude don't be doing his job. I don't want to say he don't do his job. Maybe he doing more on defense than I can see, but on offense, he's supposed to be. This guy's a max player. They chose Jimmy Butler They chose him over Jimmy Butler. If Jimmy Butler was on this team right here, I'll take Jimmy Butler over James Harden. James Harden a good scorer, but everything else, I'm taking Jimmy Butler when it comes to it. And James Harden, he act like he don't know the difference in between being a good assist man and being a second guy to Joel Embiid and scoring when they need you to. That don't mean just go out there and get assists, man. Some days you have to be the high scoring guy, man. You don't have to be the one who just distributing all game. You got to know when to pick it up and start scoring and putting the ball in the basket. The game Joel Embiid was out, their first game, that was a clear game for the Celtics to come through and win and get a 1-0 lead, but they slept. Since Ime Udoka left, these guys been playing down to their competition. Joe Mazzulla, I think that's his name, their new coach. He seemed like a decent coach, but this is his first time coaching, so I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. I'm going to see how he come back next year. But they got enough talent. They got Jason Tatum. They got Brown, Malcolm Brogdon. I don't know. The thing about these guys, they hadn't looked the same this year, but I don't know if they got too many guys out there who want to shoot the ball. They got too many options with Malcolm Brogdon coming in. He been a godsend for them because he stepped his game up. I think he had like 16 points last night. But that dude, I see him step up and hit threes, hit big shots game after game after game. They need that. Marcus Smart, of course, he going to be his former defensive player of the year self. He gonna do his thing regardless. I don't have to worry about him. He kind of, to me, like a Draymond player, a Draymond type player. He gonna play hard nosed defense. He can shoot it if he got to. He not the best shooter in the world, but he can go out there and he can get you a bucket if you need one. He can go to the rack real hard. Like I said, he gonna be on you hard on defense. He gonna be aggressive out there all the time, and I don't got a question if he gonna come out there to play. Now Al Horford, I don't know what Al Horford eating and drinking because I remember in early 2008, 2007 when he was at Florida winning championships, and then he's still in the league. I don't know how he probably been in the league for 15 or 16 years now. He's still doing this thing. I take my hat off to him. Last night, I don't even think he scored a point. He didn't even have a basket. And to have guys like to be playing on a team with Jaylen Brown, Jason Tatum, Brogdon, that's a good fit for him, man, because he's not gonna have it every night. But he is the type of player you want on your team. He gonna play the game the right way. He got the right mindset. He gonna play hard every night, and you don't have to worry about him doing the wrong thing. But on the other hand, Jason Tatum was also had a off night. He had a real off night, and he ended up scoring buckets for at the end of the fourth quarter. He came up big, hitting 4 or 5 threes. He hit 4 or 5 threes. He came up big for that squad when they really needed it. A lot of people was ready to talk down on him. He ended up hitting them 4 or 5 threes, coming up big. Jaylen Brown, he always there when you need him. Jaylen Brown always there when you need him. You can't forget about him on that court. But Doc Rivers, if Doc Rivers don't win this, which I hope they don't, like I said, I'm pulling for the Celtics. But if Doc Rivers, this team might get broken up, man. Joel Embiid, Tobias Harris, Tyrese Maxey, man, he do his thing. Tyrese Maxey do his thing. That dude scored 30 points what the game before last, I believe it was. And when they the second game after they had won 2 in a row. Because 76ers won 1, Boston won 2, then 76ers won 2. So that made it 3-2. Doc Rivers can't lose this lead right here. I'm telling you, they might get broken up. Joel Embiid never been out the second round, the MVP of the team, and didn't touch the ball the last 5 minutes of the game. That's crazy. So James Harden, he known for fumbling it up in these playoff games. He gonna play big when there ain't no pressure, but when the pressure come time for the pressure, he don't handle his business, man. And then you got the scoring, like I said, Daryl Moore. I don't know if y'all know who Daryl Moore is, but that's the GM. He came from the Rockets, and he like this with James Harden. I feel like he babying James Harden too much. I think he letting Doc Rivers and Daryl Moore and the relationship is not good for James Harden. And if he trying to go back to Houston, he going back with Ime Udoka. I doubt he gonna put up with any of that. James Harden pouting, being a crybaby, and being passive aggressive, shall I say. It's just something that I've noticed in him since he was in Houston, man. But when the pressure's on, James Harden is not really out there performing like I think he could, like I know he could. But we're going to see what happens in Game 7. I want to see the Celtics pull this off. If they don't do it, Philadelphia don't do it, both of these teams it's going to be crazy to see what happens at the end of the year if whoever loses this game. But subscribe to my channel. If you watch this video, like this video, and I'll get back with you on the next one.